Hey guys, it's Ian with IGT Soft. I'm showing you a subprogram called Hand Hygiene Observations. This program is meant to keep track of the compliance of hand hygiene, proper hand hygiene before and after dealing with patients. So you will see in this screen, this is the main screen. These are all the observations that I have so far. These are just test patients. So I have 4. So it has like the date, the location where the observation happened, the role of the observed. So is this like a physical therapist, a doctor, or a ARNP, a nurse, or a laboratory personnel, so on and so forth. These are all customizable. This is the name of the observer, and entry means before patient care, and then exit means after patient care. So it's all color coded. If the person has done proper hand hygiene, it would just say yes, and what method was used, where there's alcohol rub or soap and water. So those are the two. You can also, as an admin, you'll be able to see the screen, and you can manually remove entries if you find it proper. So to put entries in, you just have to go to the. Let me just. All right, there you go. So let me just right click on the Infosys icon and go to new hand hygiene observation. Just the form is very simple, and this is what your observers are going to fill out. So you have like the number of observations submitted. I will show you guys that in a bit. So you can actually set the number of, like, every month, what is the target or the goal of how many observations per month per employee. You can set this for the sake of just testing. I set up 20. So 20 is your goal, and so far I've submitted 4. Location, you can just free text it. You can just type emergency room or the ER. Role of the observed is what I'm talking about. You can choose whether it's housekeeping, laboratory, nurse, physical therapy. I'm just gonna go with radiology. So here it says entry. So you can toggle the buttons. It will say yes, no, or unable to view, and it will just toggle back to yes. If this is yes, then you have to choose a method. We'll just say alcohol rub, and we'll just say this radiologist just after patient care just walked out without doing any hand hygiene, so you can just put no. And then notice that no, this was grayed out, so you can't put any method on it. And same thing with unable to view. You can only put the method in if it says yes. But okay, let's just put no and submit observation. And what it does, as an admin, you'll be able to see, like here, this is the recent entry that I just submitted. So this is the location of the observation, is the ER. The role is radiology, and I'm the observer. Entry, yes, alcohol rub was used, and after patient care, but the radiology personnel did not practice any hand hygiene, so I put no. So unable to view means that what if you're busy doing something and you just haven't had the chance to observe. Instead of guessing whether or not the person actually practiced hand hygiene or not, you can just put down unable to view. And yeah, so it's just a choice there. So green for yes, pink for no, and unable to view is counted as yellow. So the way you set your program settings, you just put like program settings. Program settings let you put down like a show reminder banner. So every morning, just once a day, it doesn't have to be in the morning. So if the person is like a second shift, so the reminder banner would show up like how many more hand hygiene observations he or she needs to do to reach the goal of 20. So these are the roles, and you can just simply add, we'll just say this or something, add. So that's all there is to it. So when you do like a hand hygiene, this is also an alternative to getting to the hand hygiene observation form. So over here, notice that anesthetist is now shown as the part of the roles of the observed, and I'm just gonna X that out. So if I exit this out, I'm gonna show you guys how the whole system interprets the report or the data. So generate reports, you have 3 different tabs here. You can pick the month and the year. So under hand hygiene report, you'll be able to see the compliance rate of every single role. So this is for the laboratories, 100%. All roles would be including the provider which did not do the hand hygiene, so 0%. Nurse is 100%, physical therapy 100%, and radiology is 50%. So observation type, the total number of observations is 8. So just want to show to you guys too that if for one observation includes entry and exit, so those are considered two separate observations and one encounter. We'll just say one encounter has two observations, one entry, one exit. If the selection is unable to view, it would not count it as an observation, so it would just skip that, so it won't be, so the data won't be skewed. Under hand hygiene method, you have the choice between alcohol rub and soap and water. So this will also give like a quick view of what was the most popular way of using like practicing hand hygiene in your facility. So 83% of your people actually use alcohol rub, and just 17% use soap and water. So if I would go to department summary, so these are the departments of the observers. So for the laboratory department, I had assigned 3 observers, which I'll show under manage observers. And under nursing, I have one observer. So there are a total of 5 submissions, because I just did this earlier. So 5 submissions for the laboratory department, and it will just show like a percentage of like observations. So basically saying that which department is the most active with submitting these observations. And for the observer summary, it will show the observers that I've assigned and the number of submissions they've done for the month of May 2025, and the percentage of total submissions. I'm the only one who did the submissions. I did 5 submissions, and I did 100% of the submissions this month rather. So if I would go to manage observers, this is how I can quickly assign observers for my hospital or facility. So we'll just say I can quickly filter here, so I can easily, like, if you're we'll just say I'm a manager of the lab, so I would go into my laboratory. So these are all my people. I can easily assign month by month who the observer would be. So I myself, I'm considered an observer. If I would just toggle yes and click it, and so I'm not observer anymore. So if I would go to right click on the icon and do new hand hygiene observation, it will just say I'm not authorized because I'm not considered an observer, but I can still get into this program because I'm still considered an admin. So I'm listed as an admin here. So I can still get into the program, but I can't use the observation form because I'm not an observer. And if you see on the right hand side, you can see all the different departments, the number of employees registered for that department, registered employees rather for that department, and the number of observers per department. This is just a good way to look at like how many like percentage of your employees are actually assigned as an observer. So this is it, guys. So it's just a way of putting in hand hygiene observation. I forgot to show you, in addition to the form, you can actually download the Infosys app, and it would show exactly like hang on, nope, let me just get out here. I'm just gonna go into the app preview so you can log in. So this is what the app looks like. This is the website, but this is exactly what the app would look like. So if I would just go into hand hygiene. Oh, I'm not an observer. Let me just put myself back. Observer, and then now this time I'm an observer. So now notice that hand hygiene observation show up. If you're not an observer, the hand hygiene observation button would not be visible. So if I would click that, then it is basically similar to the one on Windows. So except this one is on a mobile device. You can do it on any laptop or using the Infosys app on Android and iOS devices. So you can just put down let me just say laboratory, and then it's the role of the observed is we'll just say a laboratory technician, and I'm just gonna did not do hand hygiene, but I wasn't sure if the person was doing hand hygiene or not upon exit, and submit. And then if I go here, so there's my submission, laboratory, and under here entry is no, and then exit is unable to view. That's it, guys. If you guys have questions, feel free to contact me on the contact information below, and yeah, have a great day, guys. Thanks.